Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today I'm going to talk about something that I think it's been trending for the past week or two ago. It's about the issue of how certain societies acknowledge who is a daughter or a son of the soil. The lady you're looking at her photo is actually a half Niger and half Mozambican lady. But she was born in Southie. She was born in Nzanzi. So she made it on the list of the 13 finalists for the Miss Nzanzi, Miss Southie and Beauty Pageant. So obviously, very gorgeous, drop-dead gorgeous, very good-looking lady with multiple heritage. So the locals in Southie, Nzanzi people, seem not to acknowledge or accept her as one of their own. In fact, there's a petition doing the round now. They are gathering signatures from people seeking to discredit or seeking to remove her from the list of these final 13 contestants. Some Nzanzi people, some Southie people are saying that this lady is not one of them. So it brings the question of the issue of who is a daughter or a son of the soil to the fore. As you may know, in today's world, it can either be son of the soil through origin, by birth, or probably by naturalization. I don't know exactly what the Southie law says on this issue, but I know that probably the father or the mother are citizens, which automatically makes her a citizen since she was born in Southie. So the question of her citizenship or the question of whether she's a daughter of the soil or not, I don't actually see where or why it should arise. But apparently it has been trending and people have been trying to say that she's not a local. Therefore, she's not qualified to contest for Miss Southie. So this kind of scenario is going to become rampant. It is already rampant, but it's going to become even more rampant going forward as globalization continues to take hold and as we scatter all over the world, especially Nigerians, we are everywhere. So how we are going to deal with this issue, it's something that I'm not able to say right now, especially with the anti-visitor sentiment that is actually growing. To their credit, I don't blame Southies really. A visitor or a guest has a right to close his doors and say to the visitor, we don't want you anymore. But that is actually for new visitors. For someone who was already in, a girl who was born there, a girl who grew up there, a girl who understands the culture, probably speaks the local language, you can't all of a sudden, when she's an adult, say to her that she doesn't belong here. It doesn't just make sense. This girl wasn't born in Nigeria, probably visited a few times. She doesn't know the culture in Nigeria. Where do you want her to go? Fine, you can close your doors and say we don't want more people. You can even enact new laws and policies that says that we don't want new people coming into our house. We're closing shop, no more new people. But for someone who's already there, who's already lived the experience of being a Southie, you can't just deny her the basic things of son or daughter of the soil. So it's been making a wave. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what is going to happen to this girl, but it's very, very, very not so good. I mean, if she wins, the credit, the medals, the laurels, the flowers will be taken back to Southie. It will be taken back to Pretoria. It will be taken back to Johannesburg. I don't understand the issue of the question of whether she's Southie or not. She's obviously Southie. She was born there. So guys, I'm trying not to use certain words because of Mazi Msuka Bread's policies. I'm trying to be modest in the way I voice out this news that has been trending, so I don't get into the bad books of Mazi Msuka Bread. So I don't understand exactly the real life experience. A very good friend of mine who actually married a Saudi, lived in Saudi from around 97 to about probably 4 or 5 years ago. Then he relocated his whole family to Nigeria. His daughters were very good basketball players. In fact, it came to a point whereby they started representing Saudi. But each time they are preparing for a competition, or each time these girls were required to probably fly out to go and represent Saudi, because of their surname, the question of whether they are full daughters of the soil always comes up. So it became, at a point, it became very embarrassing. So it's part of the reasons why my friend actually said, okay, you know what, I've had enough of this. I'm relocating my daughters back to Nigeria because of lack of acceptance. Mind you, this girl's mother is Saudi, so this wouldn't even happen in the western part of the world. In Oyibo country, this wouldn't even happen. Once you are a son of the soil, or once they give you that paper that says, now you are a son of the soil, you can represent them. Whatever laurels, whatever accolades you win out there belongs to the whole country. I don't know why is the seriousness to the point of collecting signatures, to the point of writing petitions to remove this girl from the list of the 13 finalists. And we are all supposed to be African people. Come on, guys. I mean, you can close your door, you can say we don't want more people, but this girl is already in. Been in for 2 decades. Obviously, she's not committing any crime, she's not doing anything illegal. She just wants to represent you in a beauty pageant. And all of a sudden, she's no longer one of you. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, what do you want her to do? What normal societies do is, okay, we are going to change our policies on new arrivals. But if you are in, you're in. We're going to integrate you, you're already part of us. That's what normal, sensible societies do. So guys, what do you think about the whole trends on this issue? Do you think this girl deserves what's happening to her? Considering she was born there, she didn't have a choice on where she was born. She didn't have a choice on where she would be born. She found herself in that place and grew up in that society. Probably had friends and relatives over there. So you can't all of a sudden wake up in the morning and say to her, you're not one of us. You can't do that. That's actually very archaic and backwards. You can do it with new people or about to arrive people, but not with people who are already there, especially people with the right documents. Because if she didn't have the right document, she wouldn't even have made it to the final 13 top contestants. Touch on the share button and let this message get to our brothers in Zanzibar. Thank you very much for listening. You have a nice day.